Questions 1 to 4.
You will hear a woman, Vanessa, talking about a journey she made with her husband, Robert, and her baby, Ben.
Good evening, Vanessa. You're going to tell us about your journey. Where was it from and to?
Well, my husband, Robert, and I had worked in Hong Kong for years. We got married there 6 years ago and had a baby there. But last year we gave up our jobs and decided to sail back to England with the baby.
And how long did it take you to get ready for the trip?
We had 6 months to buy a boat and make sure we had everything we needed. My friends didn't believe I could live in such a small space, but I was happy about that. I was most anxious about our health, particularly the baby, and I started collecting medicines in case we needed them.
And your first stop was Singapore?
Yes. The first part of the journey was the worst. We were sick all the time. I hadn't expected to hit bad weather so soon. We'd no worries about the boat, which had already been round the world once. In fact, when we reached Singapore, I wasn't sure about spending 6 more months on the boat, and I considered flying home to England, but luckily decided not to. We spent 6 long, boring weeks in Singapore waiting for the weather to improve.
And you were joined by your father-in-law?
On the next part of the journey, my father-in-law joined us with a friend of his who's a cook. It was wonderful to have a cook to prepare meals. This gave Robert and me more time. My father-in-law was very happy to take care of the baby while we sailed the boat.
And did the baby enjoy the trip?
He did, I think. He loved climbing up the steps in the boat. He spent the first year of his life at sea. While he was awake, we played with him because it was dangerous to leave him alone. I'm sure this is why he wants us to play with him all the time now.
Questions 5 to 8.
You will hear a conversation between a boy, Oliver, and a girl, Hannah, about a party.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
Hello, Oliver. You can help me decide what to do about my birthday.
You had your birthday in the summer.
That was my sister's party you came to. My birthday's in the spring. Very soon, in fact.
Oh.
It would be good if my sister and I could share a party, as we've got the same friends. But our birthdays are 3 months apart.
Well, that was a good party last summer. The barbecue went well, and everybody enjoyed dancing.
Oh, but it was really hard work. Because there were so many people, we couldn't cook all the food at the same time, and some got burnt. So I'm not sure if I would do that again.
But the house was really good for a party.
We had it at my grandmother's because we haven't got a garden. I thought she'd be angry afterwards because a few things were broken. But she said I can have my party there if I want. She's so nice.
That's amazing. I would never have a party in my grandmother's flat. I'd be so worried. I wouldn't enjoy it.
Well, I prefer going out, but I don't know where to go because everything's so expensive.
Well, you could ask everyone to a restaurant. They're not all expensive. What about the new Indian restaurant? Indian food is my favourite.
Well, I prefer Chinese food, but most of my friends would rather eat Italian, so that's no good. And some people are vegetarian, and some don't eat fish. It's really difficult.
You could hire the school canteen and get everyone to bring some food. Then there would be a mixture. Something for everyone.
That's a good idea. And we could have music there too. I'll have to ask my mum and dad because we'd have to pay to hire it. If they say yes, will you come with me to find out?
Course.
Questions 9 through 12.
You'll hear an interview with Ryan Mackenzie, who works in a 15th century castle.
This afternoon, I'm at Frankby Castle, one of the best preserved ancient buildings in the north, and I have with me Ryan Mackenzie, the chief warden. Tell me, Ryan, how does your working day begin?
Early. I have to be here by 7:30 to collect the keys and let the cleaners in. Then I make sure all the other employees arrive on time and tell them what needs doing during the day. I'm in charge of 15 people here, so there's a lot to think about, especially as the manager doesn't come in until later.
And what do you normally do the rest of the day?
A whole range of things, including frequent security checks. There are some extremely valuable items in the castle. And ensuring proper maintenance of things like the lighting and the bathrooms. But above all, I have to make sure that the public, once they're admitted after 9 o'clock, can tour the castle without getting hurt. The walls here are very high, and some of those old stones are quite loose. But we've never had an accident, I'm pleased to say. We've got good staff.
So, what qualities, would you say, do you need if you want to work here?
That partly depends on the particular job. But in general, the first essential is being able to walk a lot, going up and down lots of stone stairs all day. There are no lifts here. Other than that, they need to know a little about the castle's past, though nobody expects them to be professors of history, and to be able to control the situation. Some of our people are ex-policemen or women, but that isn't essential.
The uniforms you wear are quite military in style, aren't they? How do you feel about the one you wear?
I know some people say it's very old-fashioned and all that, but to my mind, part of its function is to continue the traditions here. Everything about this uniform is there for a reason from centuries gone by. And, by the way, it fits quite well. Some new staff have to get theirs made to measure, but luckily I didn't need to.
This is the end of part 2.